Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. We are back out in the old guy's shed working on 1978 Suzuki GS550 once again. So we still got the carburetor to go here with the broke off the broke off needle valve in the one port there. So I did get this pin drill and this little bitty drill. You probably can't even see it, but we're going to give that a shot today. Also, I got the other carburetor out of the ultrasonic cleaner. It looks pretty good. I might have just a little bit more cleanup on that one. But we'll go ahead and give this another shot, see if we can unclog that one jet here and get the motor and get this back in the motorcycle. If I can't get this unclogged, then I think I'm going to take it apart and try putting the other one in and see if we can get that to work. So lots to do. Let's get going. All right then, so here's this this little bitty needle right here. You might be able to see it. It's the smallest one I could find. The problem is the length. I think it's going to be pretty pretty tight getting it in this port here, getting it down in there. I think that's the right one. It's been about a week since I've been out here, so I guess I better figure out which one is the one that's plugged here first before I go any farther. So let me do that right now. All right, yep, it's definitely this this one right here. So we'll go ahead and get this guy in here and see if we can hit it before we bottom out. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's not quite long enough, boy. But if it's not, it's just short. I don't think I can pull this out anymore. I had a heck of a time getting this in here. Yeah, it looks like we're probably about probably less than probably about a quarter of an inch too short on this little bitty drill bit. So that stinks. These are pretty stiff, so the next thing I'm going to try to do is to get it in this way and see if I can use it to um, press through the other way. I don't have much hope for this either, but it's pretty stiff, so maybe we can get that to work. All right, so I'm going to have to put a bend in this, I think. See how this drill bit bends. Yep, it breaks instead of bends. Yeah, so I got a pack of them here. I think I got 12, so I got 11 more chances here. Let me try this little bitty piece left over. All right. Well, that's the my worst fear. I think has come true. Yeah, I can feel now. So one of these little tiny drill bits trying to pick it through that way just broke off in the hole. so, so yep. So I can't even get anything else in there. Um, yeah, that stinks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take this apart, break it down to individual carbs again, and then maybe having it out by itself, I can hammer on it or something. I don't know. I think that's the next step is to go ahead and take this all apart, get this carb out so that I can get to it a little bit easier, and then we'll go from there. All right. Well, I got this out and did some beating on it. I had took it apart and then was hammering it down this way. I did get the broken drill bit out the other end, but yeah, that's in there good. I'm not getting that out anytime soon. So, anyways, the good news is that these other ones cleaned up pretty good, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and put these together with they've got this. Got the pickup tube here in place of being cut off on this one here. So the only one that's really bad. You can see this one's a little bit gnarled up here. It's not too bad. I think we're okay there. This one here, I'm hoping I can save. Um, it's pretty bad. I'll wire brush some more of this out and scrape out as much as I can, and hopefully we didn't the threads are still okay. If I absolutely have to, the good news is that this bad one is actually this one that's worse is actually one of these other ones. I think it's this one here. It's not this one that's got the broke or the clogged up port in it. You can tell this one's got the vacuum port, or this is actually the atmosphere port here, and the one that's busted here is the vacuum. It's got the vacuum port for the fuel cutoff valve, which is this one here, and that one's in fairly good shape. So if I have to, even though this one doesn't have the pickup tube, and I can't get this one to work because it's too corroded, then I'll switch to that one as the last resort. So yep. So anyways, I'll go ahead and finish taking these guys apart and use the parts to rebuild the new one and put that back together. Probably take me a little bit longer today and most of the day tomorrow to get that done. So pause here and see where we end up at. Okay, then it's another day out here in the old guy's shed. So this is the the one with the problem carb here. So I just this morning I went ahead and came out and put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Had it sitting up this way, and was hoping that the vibration from the ultrasonic cleaner would get enough to get that part out of there. But I just tried getting it out again, and no go. So we're moving on. I'm done messing with this one. So I did also yesterday went ahead and hosed down these carbs with some WD-40 just to make sure we got a nice film over them so they wouldn't be making any more of that white stuff. And I went ahead and cleaned up this problem carb and also put in the stuff that I would think would be a problem, and it still might be, but this is the best I got. I was thinking of trying to go ahead and do something with this edge, maybe maybe with some JB weld or something, but for now I think I'll go ahead and let it sit as it is. If it's if I'm getting too much fuel or whatever through here, because you can see let's see, yeah, you can see the crevices here. Not even sure how you'd go about fixing that, especially with the thread being there. So anyways, yep, we'll go ahead and put these back together. I got the other ones here. My darn rebuild kits that I ordered did not come in yet, but I think I've got enough good parts to put everything back together, and I'll check all the the little tiny holes before I put them back in. I've got to make sure that these holes on these this pickup tubes are all clear. They look pretty good shape. So yep. So I'll go ahead and get these back together. I might even get the whole carburetor put back together today. I don't think I'll get it put in the motorcycle this weekend, and then stuff going on next weekend. So it might be another couple weeks before we'll be able to get out here and work out in the shed. But anyways, let me get this going. We'll see how it ends up at. All right then, so I got the bottom ends on these carbs all done and looking pretty good. It's kind of interesting on these carbs on the bodies. I'm not sure you'll be able to pick it up, but there is a they marked a groove in the edge. Let's see if there's one that's a little bit better visible to line up with. That one you might be able to see a little bit better, but they notched in the outer casing there where the alignment of that screw is. Now you don't know how many turns it was, so I was real careful, put them most of the way in and then backed it out to get either at least a half a turn on lining up the slot with that. So anyways, yep, so we got that. So I'm getting ready to put the top end on these guys now. One thing I did notice when I took these these apart were the sliders, and this is the slider that was in the original carb in the motorcycle, and this is the one that I took out of these guys. And I think I'm going to put these back in those carb bodies. It's just kind of interesting. This one's got a rod and this one's got kind of a flat plate looking thing. Not sure how they got there. These I've already adjusted the needle valves all the way down. These I haven't touched at all, but I did mark on each one of these which carb it came out of. So for instance, not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but this has got 2 scratches in it, so that means it goes in the number 2 carburetor, and I've got those off. So I'll just clean them up a little bit, put them in, get the top ends in, and then put them back on the frame. Okay, then you got the carburetor back together. Went back pretty good. The choke works, the throttle works, the slider valves look a little high to me, but maybe that's the way they're supposed to be. So we'll find out soon enough. I do have to still put the fuel hose on and the vacuum hose for the fuel petcock on. Learned the hard way to make sure to put those on before I put the carburetor back in. And so yeah, so anyways, this went back together pretty darn good. Did run into one thing, and I'm not sure if it showed up on the other video, but the slider for the number 2, the needle valve on that slider, has some black gunk all over it. Not sure what it's from, but it's pretty interesting that it's on the number. It was on the number 2 slider, and the number 2 is the one that had all the corrosion in the bottom of the carburetor. So that's kind of interesting. It should, you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the this one is the one that's got the black stuff all over it, and this is what it's supposed to look like. So anyways, I did change that out. I didn't change any of the height on that slider valve. But anyways, we'll go ahead and see. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to work on this next weekend or not, or if I'll have enough to make a video. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. I just wanted to let you know it might be a couple weeks before we get another Old Guy Shed video out. And for now, I wanted to say thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Please leave any comments, questions, suggestions down below. Please tell your friends about me, and please subscribe. Everyone, take care and be good.